9-minute Dhammapada, Part 5.
Whatever a man sacrifices in this world as an offering or as an oblation for a whole year in order to gain merit, the whole of it is not worth a farthing. Reverence shown to the righteous is better. He who always greets and constantly reveres the elders, 4 things will increase to him, namely life, beauty, happiness, power. But he who lives 100 years, vicious and unrestrained, a life of 1 day is better if a man is virtuous and reflecting. And he who lives 100 years, ignorant and unrestrained, a life of 1 day is better if a man is wise and reflecting. And he who lives 100 years, idle and weak, a life of 1 day is better if a man has attained firm strength. And he who lives 100 years, not seeing the beginning and end, a life of 1 day is better if a man sees beginning and end. And he who lives 100 years, not seeing the immortal place, a life of 1 day is better if a man sees the immortal place. And he who lives 100 years, not seeing the highest law, a life of 1 day is better if a man sees the highest law. Chapter 9. Evil. If a man would hasten towards the good, he should keep his thought away from evil. If a man does what is good slothfully, his mind delights in evil. If a man commits a sin, let him not do it again. Let him not delight in sin. Pain is the outcome of evil. If a man does what is good, let him do it again. Let him delight in it. Happiness is the outcome of good. Even an evildoer sees happiness as long as his evil deed has not ripened. But when his evil deed has ripened, then does the evildoer see evil. Even a good man sees evil days as long as his good deed has not ripened. But when his good deed has ripened, then does the good man see happy days. Let no man think lightly of evil, saying in his heart, "It will not come near to me." Even by the falling of water drops, a water pot is filled. The fool becomes full of evil, even if he gathers it little by little. Let no man think lightly of good, saying in his heart, "It will not come near to me." Even by the falling of water drops, a water pot is filled. The wise man becomes full of good, even if he gathers it little by little. Let a man avoid evil deeds. As a merchant, if he has a few companions and carries much wealth, avoids a dangerous road. As a man who loves life avoids poison. He who has no wound on his hand may touch poison with his hand. Poison does not affect one who has no wound, nor is there evil for one who does not commit evil. If a man offend a harmless, pure, and innocent person, the evil falls back upon that fool like dust thrown up against the wind. Some people are born again. Evildoers go to hell. Righteous people go to heaven. those who are free from all worldly desires attain nirvana. Not in the sky, not in the midst of the sea, not if we enter the clefts of the mountains, is there known a spot in the whole world where a person can hide from his evil deeds. Not in the sky, not in the midst of the sea, not if we enter into the clefts of the mountains, is there known a spot in the whole world where death could not overcome the mortal. Chapter 10, Punishment. All men tremble at punishment. All men fear death. Remember that you are like unto them, and do not kill, nor cause slaughter. All men tremble at punishment. All men love life. Remember that thou art like unto them, and do not kill, nor cause slaughter. He who, seeking his own happiness, punishes or kills beings who also long for happiness, will not find happiness after death. He who, seeking his own happiness, does not punish or kill beings who also long for happiness, will find happiness after death. Do not speak harshly to anybody. Those who are spoken to will answer thee in the same way. Angry speech is painful. Blows for blows will touch thee. If, like a shattered gong, thou utter not, then thou hast reached nirvana. Contention is not known to thee. As a cowherd with his staff drives his cows into the stable, so do age and death drive the life of men. A fool does not know when he commits his evil deeds, but the wicked man burns by his own deeds as if burnt by fire. He who inflicts pain on innocent and harmless persons will soon come to one of these 10 states. He will have cruel suffering, loss, injury of the body, heavy affliction or loss of mind, or a misfortune coming from the king, or a fearful accusation, or loss of relations, or destructions of treasures, or lightning fire will burn his houses, and when his body is destroyed, the fool will go to hell.
End of part 5. 9-minute Dhammapada.
Mano Siddha Mano Maya